Hello and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Mad. I'm your host as always, Dwayne the Captain Coffee, and Racoon here, and we've just gone to go and see Captain America Brave New World. And first of all, look at that cup. That is absolutely so cool and everything. Honestly, so nice and everything. It's one of the best cups we've got from the cinema so far,
Yeah.
that is. Full spoilers as always. With all the reviews we do, we'll give you a couple of minutes. We'll take him off his little topper.
Yeah.
You can also get a Red Hulk one as well, which is so good now. Like, really is nice. But yeah, full spoilers as always, that lot. So we give you a couple of seconds, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This was a really good film. It did not deserve the crap that I've been hearing or seeing it get.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it. Really, we'll give a rating at the end. We're going to do some ratings now at the end of these reviews that we do for the newer stuff. But what do you think, Elanor? What do you think about the film?
It was good. I really liked it, and it put a smile on my face.
He was warning me that you might fall asleep to it, if you didn't enjoy it that well. But no, really did enjoy it. It's to me, it's basically first off, it's definitely a sequel to Incredible Hulk, 100%. You got some answers about the leader that's in it. You get some answers about Theodore Ross. You get some answers about Liv Tyler's Betty Ross, which I think that was played really okay. It wasn't anything much. It was like a 5-minute scene, probably not even a 5-minute scene, probably what, a 2-minute scene, you think?
Yeah.
Near the end of the film. That wasn't really much. I do have to apologise to Nate as well. He was correct about the Red Hulk. He said the Red Hulk was going to be like a one film, one and done sort of thing. It looks like it will be that, to be honest, which is really unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen him more. You've seen him probably back end of this film?
Yeah.
Probably last half hour, 45 minutes, you say?
Yeah.
You've probably seen him then. You do get glimpses of like Ross losing his temper or why he was done this, basically. Because basically after like the Incredible Hulk and everything like that, he was dying. And Samuel Stern, after he had the blood hit him on the head in Incredible Hulk, obviously got turned. To be honest, I'm not a fan of the look they've given to the leader. It looked alienish. What do you think?
Yeah.
It looked really weird.
Yeah.
I really was looking forward to the big head.
Whee!
Yeah, I was looking forward to the big head, but this looks like he's basically like he's melting, isn't it?
Yeah, like he's shrunk. Like instead of him being like his head being like really big, like a tree, he's like a little flower.
Yeah, it was just really bobbly and like not like a load of scabs and stuff like that. It really wasn't nice. That I'm not. That's one thing I will say. I'm not a fan of that look. But how they used him was very much like Zemo. How he's like manipulating people, and I liked how he was using his probability and stuff like that. So I think that was really good. So the use of the Red Hulk, I really liked that. So obviously Thunderbolt Ross was dying, and Stern was basically helping him survive with these tablets that kept him going, basically. But what you don't know until the end of the film is Stern was upping the radiation in the tablets, so it was making him use that anger eventually just to explode. And like what I did like as well, like similar to the comics, his rage is just boiling hot sort of thing. So everything he touched, anything like that, just went up in flames. Like their fight scene as well, so good in that line. How he stopped him, like stabbing him to the gut, and like Cap's now got like vibranium shield, like wings. So every time, you remember how Black Panther gets hit and he has the pink hue? It had that on the wings. That was really good. Just like the explosive like impact of it was so cool. Tiamat Island as well. That is now Celestial Island, and it is the origins of adamantium in the MCU, which is really cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing where they go with that. Yeah, him becoming president as well was really cool, really nice to see. basically him asking Sam to form a new Avengers sort of thing, which I did think we was going to get at the end of this film, but yeah, it weren't to be. Joaquin Torres as well as the new Falcon. That their chemistry really did remind me of Bucky and Captain America's chemistry sort of thing. How they was joking and like always had each other's back. And what was the one line that kept on repeating? Like, "Don't die," weren't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was don't die on me or something.
Yeah,
like
don't die on me, don't die, like that sort of thing, which was really good.
Yeah, and he said like, "Yeah, I won't die, don't worry."
Yeah, Roger that sort of thing, weren't it? I won't die. Their chemistry was good. Like the Celestial Island bit where they're fighting the Japanese and trying to say that the whole conspiracy about them was like the Americans stole the adamantium from them just to give it back and make it look a big conspiracy and that, which was done by Sidewinder. And the form, how they use Sidewinder, or the King of the Serpent Society, that was really interesting because I think that was come from Nate as well, where he's going to be used more in future on Marvel projects, which is really interesting because he does, well, at the end of his bits, he does warn, or when I escape, weren't it, sort of thing. So I am looking forward to seeing where he comes out of it or where he comes along with it. I think they did him really well. I do think I'd have liked it if he had more of a role, sort of thing. But how he was used, I quite liked. He's in the comics. He's not a massive real character, sort of thing. He's not got that much power or like importance. But how they used him in this was good. I quite liked it, sort of thing. And his whole connection with the leader and everything like that was really good. Isaiah Bradley, obviously, it looks like he's done it because of all the crap that he's got over the years. He tries to assassinate Ross, but you find out like he was brainwashed with a few others because of the leader, which and how clever he is and like using, was it music, Mr. Blue?
Yeah, Mr. Blue.
Mr. Blue, which was his code name in the Incredible Hulk. Using like lights and music thing to trigger him and control him to do what he wanted, which was really good, really clever in that lot. But all in all, I really enjoyed it. I really did in that lot. It was not, I say, like apart from the leader, which I was a bit miffed about. I didn't like the look of the leader at all. I really was hoping they've done so much with this classic stuff with the comics and making sure it was really accurate like that sort of thing. Not to have it with this one, I was a bit like, come on. You missed a bit boat there sort of thing. And then, what else? What else, Elanor? We pretty much talked about everything.
I think so. Well, we didn't talk about the bit where he falls down. Thingy, I forgot his name now.
Oh yes. So during the fighting in the Celestial Island and everything like that, the Falcon does get shot down, and it looks like he's properly knackered, which reminded me a lot of when War Machine went down with Iron Man in Civil War. That there because he had a bit like that where he's crashing down and they have to want to go and save him and make sure he's okay, but he doesn't. He carries on with the mission, and then we have like a scene where Bucky comes into it, which is like, is he congressman? Did he say he was?
I think
So he's some part of the government, which is really interesting, especially leading on to Thunderbolts now. How is he? Where does that go? Why is he part of the government? What's he doing? And it's like, you had a big, what was it? A big meet and greet or something?
Yeah, a big meet and greet with a bunch of like famous people.
No, not famous people.
Wasn't it?
So he had like a meet and greet, but he had an event he had to go to, but he wanted to come to see Sam first because this similar sort of thing happened in Winter Soldier, where the similar sort of layout, looking into a doctor's room trying to save him, where instead of it being Joaquin Torres, the Falcon, it was Nick Fury, and in that one he died, but obviously we know he didn't. But in this one it was obviously Falcon, so that resonated to me with the Winter Soldier. You had the bits with this like ex-Black Widow that's like on Theodore Ross's like Secret Service team. That reminded me a lot like
What was his daughter?
No, it wasn't his daughter. It was like Secret Service sort of thing. That reminded me a lot like Iron Man 2, where Natasha was first introduced, and you didn't know what she was, but then you realised she was a Black Widow. So that was really interesting, because she even had like a black sort of get up with a similar sort of lines, doing like the Black Widow sort of stuff in a fight scene, which was really interesting. So I'd like to see where she comes into it further down the line, because obviously that's got to play a part in something or another. So and then obviously the last sort of thing you see in the film is obviously Falcon survives. They have a bit of a chat, and so I say we might need the Avengers, won't it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And he does look like he's going to build the Avengers up. So this is really the start of your next load of Avengers sort of thing. So I'll be really interested to see where Falcon goes. But obviously they go to see Theodore Ross now in the Raft, which is like the maximum security prison for like enhanced individuals and super people and stuff like that sort of thing, where obviously they went into at the end of Civil War, where they was all locked up there. Obviously they managed to break out because of Sam, I think they broke out on that one. So yeah, so they go and he's locked up, and he does admit that he was in the wrong, and he needed to show the people that he was the bad guy sort of thing. And obviously Theodore Ross gets locked up, and that's where you see Betty come in and have a chat, which wasn't really necessary, but it was like it completed that sort of, would you say, arc, would you say?
Yeah.
Sort of linked it up with like the Incredible Hulk, and it sort of finished that sort of story. I think this is the last time you will see Theodore Ross or Red Hulk, which is a bit of a shame. Like I really wanted to see him in the Thunderbolts or something like that, which I don't think you'll see anymore now, which I'm gutted about, to be honest. I really am gutted. I really was hoping to see something linked with him there, sort of thing. Maybe they might call themselves a Thunderbolt in his Thunderbolts in his name, as like a recognition sort of thing.
Maybe.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. But yeah, they have a little chat, and Dad, I'm so glad you're okay, and
blah blah blah.
Yeah, pretty much it was a blah 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 moment, to be honest, that lot. But then obviously the post-credit scene. Now this really does kick it on now to the rest of this multiverse saga sort of thing. And he's like, oh, do you think you're the only world, and we could see this happening, and you're saving this world, but what are you going to do when these other worlds come? But he's basically talking about the incursions. Like he knows somehow, I don't know how he knows or how he's seen it, or he's like, I don't know, he's messed around with science, or somehow he's seen that other incursions are going to happen to this Earth, and he's basically warning Sam, like, you gotta be ready, because you're not the only Earth there is, and there's gonna be other Earths to fight off against, sort of thing. And obviously you get Captain America will return at the end, so that's really interesting. That as well as him forming these Avengers really is interesting to see what goes forward now into the wider MCU. But yeah, for myself, we've agreed now, haven't we?
Yeah.
We're going to give this a 7 out of 10. Good film, not a great film, not a bad film. It was a good film, that lot, but better than okay. It reminds me a lot like Iron Man 2. Iron Man 1, brilliant film. Iron Man 2, meh. But it was good. I wouldn't say this is it probably could be. Might be the weakest of the Captain America films in general, out of the First Avenger, Winter Soldier and Civil War.
Yeah.
Might be the weakest, but I don't think it's that far behind First Avenger. For myself, out of the three, I'd go Winter Soldier, Civil War, First Avenger, and then obviously this one. But it doesn't mean that it's bad. It is a good film. I enjoyed it. We enjoyed it ourselves, and it's definitely well worth watching. I'd definitely go and recommend it. But yeah, 7 out of 10 we think was fair. So yeah, thank you for joining us on this Marvel Mad review, and we'll see you all next time on another episode. Thank you very much for joining myself and Racoon, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you very much, and goodbye everybody.